goals after the 85th minute, just defensive breakdowns on both of them?
Yeah, I haven't watched them yet, so yeah, I'll have to see what happened, but obviously frustrating with that big chance we had for 3-1. So yeah, disappointing.
When you look at this, yeah, does it the offensive chances you didn't take advantage of, or the defensive breakdowns that stand out more?
I don't know. I mean, I have to really analyze it and see what went wrong there for the goals. They had a few more chances, especially in the second half. It opened up a little bit both ways. We had our chances. They had theirs. Wasn't too much in it in the first half. But yeah, I'll have to look at it. We had a really good feeling. I thought we played really well. For a period there in the second half, and yeah, really disappointing not to come away with the 3 points, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to say, just how tough is this to be so close to the win that you guys have been so desperately looking at over the past 2 months?
Yeah, extremely disappointing. Quite a few games now when we've had the lead. Disappointing to score to concede those goals. Obviously disappointing to concede the first goal as well. They had very little in the first half, and it was quite a soft goal to concede. So disappointed.
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, Coach. Going into the second half, it seemed like there were adjustments just out of the first half of the attack not being extremely efficient. In the second half, you get those 2 chances that you capitalize on. I guess what was the feeling after that second João Klaus goal, just like how the team had played up to that point, especially with the turnaround in the second half until that point?
Yeah, we made some changes. They gave us quite a lot of time on the ball, but in the first half, but had a lot of bodies behind the ball, so it was difficult to try to play through them or around them. So we wanted to be a little bit more direct, have more bodies in the middle, and for the crosses and for the second balls. And I thought that worked well, and again, yeah, a really nice couple of goals, and we had a really good period at that time.
And then on those 2 goals, I know you haven't looked back at the tape yet, but what were you kind of thinking in the moment as far as like the transition opportunities that the goals come off of?
Their goals, you mean? Yeah. Again, I had to have a look at it. There was so much happening in that period. I had 1 or 2 more really good chances. Obviously, the one the Josh saves on the line as well. So there was so much happening there in just a few in a few moments. Yeah, I'll have to watch it again, and I'll have a better view.
Matt, go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned this is another game where you conceded 2 goals late, multiple goals late in the game after the 60th, 70th minute. Over the past few games, you've had similar lineups, similar players on the field during these key moments. Similar backline this game as before. What do you draw from this game as something that you need to change if given the same personnel have been on the field throughout these late game concessions?
Yeah, I think obviously when you're in an extremely hectic period with a lot of games, you need a lot of players. So it will obviously help us a lot getting more players back from injury. So we have more choices. So I don't at this moment want to fault the players, but we had to shuffle around a little bit, which is not ideal when we think. The picture is really good. Again, we make changes and small tactical changes that we might not, want to make really. But it is a puzzle, and we haven't really succeeded in that puzzle. In the final stages of the games, where I thought we did more in the beginning of the season, but it has its explanations.
This loss in particular knocks you out of the U.S. Open Cup. In addition to your run of form in MLS play, after having regain the lead and then conceding late. What does this do to your team's mentality, and how do you see St. Louis City able to recover from this?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can see us recover all the time. Basically, it's not a team that goes out. It's a tough away game today as well, and it's a very even first half, and then I think we're playing really well in the second half, and I think have a well-deserved 2-1 lead, and that's. Taking into consideration all this negative run we've had and these unfortunate defeats in the end of games. So I don't think you see a team that looks beaten. When we play. So I mean that's obviously something we just have to continue to. Continue that belief that we can turn things around.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, in terms of marking on that set piece that got the winner for Minnesota, on those corners, it looks like City's setting up in a zoning marking system. Is that the strategy on those plays, or is it a misread on my part?
We changed it around a little bit. We were not happy at all with the defending set pieces at the weekend. We really struggled to get first contacts and second balls, and they obviously scored on that corner at the weekend. So we changed things around a little bit, and I thought we looked really, really solid. And then obviously with all the changes, it affects everything a little bit. It's not easily, and that often happens on set pieces. So disappointing because I thought we did much better today for the rest of those set pieces.
And then in terms of the players available on the bench, it looked like there weren't any options at center back. Is that due to injury or other reasons? That's due to injury. Yeah, we still have Joachim and Henry out. So those are the other options we have. We have JGR who can play there as well, but I thought he did really well today again in midfield. Are those both injury re-aggravations for Henry and Joachim that are keeping them out?
What does that mean? What did you say?
Did they, like the previous injuries they were recovering from, have they re-aggravated those and that's why they're out?
Yeah, I wouldn't say re-aggravated. It's more that Henry is not really confident yet to be able to play. I don't think anything. It's not really a setback. It's more we're being cautious there, and he needs few more days. We'll see if he's available for the weekend. But and Joachim, he has his problem with his knee, so that's he's not looking to be back within the next days.
We'll go to Charlie, then close things off with Tom Turner.
Hey, Coach. After the 2 goals that he scores in the second half, the pace really picked up. You're pressuring more on offense. You could make an offensive sub, bringing in Zane Silva. What do you think changed coming from the 2 goals, bringing on Zane Silva, and then giving up 2 goals, kind of that pace dropping off a cliff, and then giving up those 2 goals to obviously to not get the outcome you want?
Yeah, I mean, at that moment, again, as you said, we had a really good period, and again, we were very close to getting that third goal, but. Not happy obviously with the end of the game, and again I think I mentioned it before. We have to see how we can really improve when we make those changes, and get the most out of every individual, and see what we can do better tactically as well.
We'll close things out with Tom Turner.
Well, has it just become a mental thing, do you think, here in the closing 20 minutes of a game where you just can't stop, whether mental focus is lost or whatever, that because it just keeps happening? Yeah,
I don't think so. I think there are other explanations, With that said, we should still be able to get through these games. There have been
quite a few now, and we've lost points in various ways. But too many games now where we've had the lead and haven't been able to to push through till the end.
Any progress you see in this one?
Yeah, I think so. I have to look at it again. I think again that period in the second half, I thought we had some really good movement from the front players. Yeah, for sure. I think there are positives, even though we're really disappointed in the moment.
Thank you, Olaf.
Thank you.
Thanks, Olaf.
Roman, how rough is that ending? The 2 goals so late in the game, and they could have had maybe even another one besides that.
Yeah, it's hard, very hard, to be honest, that we couldn't reward ourselves for the solid performance we had until then, and yeah, it's unexplainable what is going on at the moment here. Like, we cannot believe, like, again, we are up and you lose the game. Against Kansas we were up 2, kind of felt like a loss too, so yeah, it's unbelievable.
Is it a team losing its focus at the end? I mean, any theories as to what's going on there at the end of games?
Yeah, so always in these situations, you start best when you look at yourself first, and I still think if I'm getting back in the rhythm more and more, I probably could have saved the first Anthony goal, Mercanic, from this angle. I usually should not concede that ball. And yeah, so it's hard to say, if you don't concede the second goal there, I think we're going to win this game. So I kind of blame myself as well there. But just overall, like, we have to be like more hungry to win these games, even if we're up or if we're down. Like, Minnesota is a really good team, and you see they are down and they don't lose focus. They play their play style until the end, and obviously they brought in some of their top players that made a difference. But I think it's just like keep going until the ref whistles and putting everything on the field, like you are 1-0 behind, or yeah, whatever.
And this is obviously tough for you guys, but also Olaf's situation just doesn't get any better with games like this.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. That's business, Like we are trying on the field. Obviously, you see that. I see the desperation that we have, like that we want to win games, and that we are in front of before the games. We are talking. We having good energy. We go into a game. We start the game well, and then somehow, I don't know what it is. Like something is blocking us from just keep staying positive and be optimistic that we are good enough to win games.
Roman, do you see anything that's different in the run of play goals versus the corner kick goals? I mean, is there anything going on when play stops that's different than the run of play defense you're seeing in front of you that's causing some of these goals?
I don't know. I mean, we were very aware of their capabilities in set pieces, because obviously in the first game they hit every ball into our box. Every free kick was put in our box, and if you look at them, like, they're strong and tall, a lot of strong and tall players, good ball attackers too. So we were aware of these things. So I try to tell the guys to keep the line very high, so it's not that dangerous if they win the first ball, because in the first game we lost a lot of first contact. So, and I think we had it under control. It was just then the last goal. Obviously, this cannot happen. Somebody has to attack the ball.
And then you mentioned something blocking you, something going on in these later parts of the games. Tactically, were you aware of any kind of changes that occurred maybe after 70 minutes or so? The differences between after you had gone up 2-1 versus when you started conceding? Anything the players were instructed to do differently, or how you saw players kind of marking on the field?
No, I was aware that we at halftime, in halftime, we changed something tactically during the game. I usually don't really get these informations. Like, it's more for the players, and the players talk under each other. Obviously, sometimes there are obvious changes, but in this game I did not. I was not aware of that we changed something tactically.
We'll go with Jeremy, then Justin.
Roman, after the last couple of games, we've heard from Marcel and from Chris Durkin about meetings in the locker room. I'm curious to know, after a game like this where you have a lead that gets blown late, are those meetings continuing, and is the locker room still kind of together, after those meetings happen?
Yeah, so like, we had a meeting after the last game against Minnesota, because it was not a good game from us, and the way we lost the game. So that was 3 days ago. So I don't think it's helpful if we are sitting again, all the people together in the locker room, and talk again about the same things. At one point, it's enough talk, like we have to bring actions and show different attitude when you come out for training and in the game. And to be honest, maybe not a lot of people saw it, but I think we started and we did better than we did in the first game here in Minnesota.
We'll go to Justin and finish things out with Charlie.
Roman, you mentioned on that goal of just like needing someone to attack the ball, and I think that's been an issue with a couple of times now where you've either had the lead or had a result and it slipped by just because someone didn't necessarily attack the ball carrier. What needs to happen for that shift to happen and for that learning experience to happen?
I think individual accountability, like that you are. I mean, there's in the video analysis after the games, it's going to be obvious, who's the guy who should attack the ball. So you should be aware of like what is your zone. Obviously, we have zonal defense. And even if the ball is maybe not coming to your zone, you still try to go towards the ball and attack the ball. So we just have to be ready for whatever comes. And sometimes I think we are a little bit slow in our heads to like. We are a little bit surprised that the ball comes there, even though it's basically a situation where the ball can end up everywhere. So we have to expect in different words, we just have to be more ready, for everything, and not expect, maybe the ball gets deflected on the first post because it's not. No, I'm putting my head where the ball is coming, and if it hits my head, good. If not, then the next guy is in the line and is prepared to head that ball away. But it's hard to say. For me, these are basic things that we should already have in us.
Thanks, Roman.
We'll finish things up with Charlie. Charlie, go ahead.
Hey, Roman, winless in the last 11 MLS games, matches. Of course, you have the lead tonight. You get the win versus Union Omaha in the round of 32. You get the win tonight. Or, pardon me, you don't get the result you want tonight. If you had to tell the fans one thing, because I know that a lot of fans are heartbroken and maybe upset about the loss tonight because of the circumstances that surrounded it, giving up 2 goals in the matter of 3 minutes in the 80th minute mark. If you had to tell the fans one thing, to try to keep their morale up, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean that there's a lot going on that they don't see. Is it on the training field? Is it like meetings that are behind closed doors? Because all the players, they really care, but we never got into a rhythm somehow into that in this season, and I'm pretty sure. If we keep working and we keep believing, at one point the luck is going to turn around and come back to us. And but this is only going to happen if we work and stay together and support each other even in hard times.
Roman, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.